Welcome back to Old Guy REI. In this episode of Workman Confessions, first I wanted to chat about some good things that have happened already for me today, this morning. It's still early, it's about 8 a.m. Pacific. But I want to chat about some good things because I think a lot of times we overlook the smallest good things. Maybe you have a lot of weight on you right now, or pressure. There's so many things that add pressure to our daily lives, and sometimes that, I guess, supersedes might be a okay word to use. Somehow it overshadows the good things that are going on in our lives, and there's usually way more good things than there are bad things. But I've said before, God woke me up this morning, which I'm super grateful for. He woke me up to try to make today better than yesterday, and yesterday was a pretty good day. I started my day, getting up thinking I was going to make my lunch. Cynthia and I usually make our lunches before bedtime. But last night I went to bed early because I was a little bit tired, so I didn't make my lunch. But when I got up, she had already made my lunch. And I really appreciate that. It started my day off great. I also was thankful that she gets to stay home today. She is working part-time this year, so she has a couple days off during the week. And today is one of them. So I was just happy that she could stay home and rest. Good things that maybe we don't think about, right? Things like getting off to work. None of my tires were flat. The van started. And it's running fine. I had money for gas. It was supposed to rain today, but it's beautiful out. So that's a blessing. I made it up here to the job site without incident. It can be, you all know, super frustrating and challenging to be out on the road with so many other people. That's why I like to leave early. There's a little bit less traffic, so fewer people to deal with. People just seem like they get kind of nuts once they get behind the wheel. But anyway, lots of good stuff happened this morning. And when I get here, it's pretty early. I usually get up here a little bit before 7 to this job that I'm working at right now. But it's pretty peaceful. Usually the deer are walking by about this time when I'm up here, but haven't seen them today. So when I get up here, sometimes I'll listen to or watch a couple of videos or something like that, take in some educational content. Usually it's something about finances or real estate investing, different things like that. Today I was scrolling on TikTok, actually. And I know sometimes that's, people tease about that, wasting time scrolling, but I don't think it's always a waste. There are times that it is, but today wasn't, because I ran across a couple of videos that hit me. One was by this young man who was talking about how sometimes hurt people. And what I took away from that was, if someone's been hurt, maybe they're angry or bitter or depressed, just hurt. And so when they deal with other people, they tend to push that forward and treat other people poorly. But he was turning it around, and I would have to say, and I commented on his video that he seemed wise beyond his years. He was maybe 14, but it seemed like he had been through some stuff, and he was turning that around, and he was maybe using some of his hurt to actually help other people and treat other people better with respect and things like that. So I really enjoyed listening to him, and was just kind of blown away because, like I said, he is very young, and just for him to be talking about a topic like that at his age was pretty special. And then I listened to another woman who was talking about a scenario where we're driving in our car and we have our big windshield in front of us, and we have our rear view mirror, which is fairly small in comparison. But she said, and she used it as a metaphor, she said, a lot of us, you live in the rear view mirror, meaning we live in the past, and we should use the rear view mirror as a reference to see where we've been, what's behind us. If we've made mistakes, learn from those mistakes and let them help us move forward towards our goals, and to keep looking through the windshield. Don't stop looking forward or we'll crash. And that made a lot of sense. There's so many people out there who are so smart, and I'm grateful, about technology today, because a lot of their messages we wouldn't have seen, and we wouldn't have been able to take them in and realize some things that we're doing in our lives that maybe we could change, we should be doing different, be doing better. So I appreciate that. And I will keep scrolling because I do end up having a couple minutes here or there, but those are the things I look for, not all the doom and gloom stuff, not all the Crash Bros stuff, but the things that will help me get through my day in a better mood, I guess, more optimistically, and be able to treat people that I deal with respect, more patience. And I think it just makes for a better life in general. I know we don't like to admit that we scroll, but if you do and you have caught some messages that have helped you, maybe you could share them with me. I think all of us could use a little bit more of that. So I'll look forward to hearing what you come up with. Thanks.